Morning, guys. So yeah, so you know we've been busy. We've been buying vehicles a lot lately. I've actually bought quite a few. I bought 3 in the last 2 days, and I'm just on the way to go and get another. It's currently 5:43 in the morning, so I've got to get the first train. So it's been a good start to the year. We've got a convoy leaving next week, so I'll return back to Ukraine next week. But one thing we are struggling with is just drivers. We're really struggling for drivers. I've tried appealing out on other social platforms, you know, where I can be responded to directly. But you know, it's a bit of a difficult one, really, because there's people who want to help you and stuff are like in Canada, and you know, I'll fly from Canada and Brazil and places like that, and it's like, come on, I can't really afford to fly you in, mate, you know. So yeah, if there's any one of you guys out there who are willing to, who are based in the UK, preferably up north. If you're not up north, then you know, I can get you up here, but if you're based and you're free, you know, please just send me your details. In fact, you can email me. I'll put an email address in the comments that you can get me on. So we've had a really good run with the cars lately. I mean, to be honest, word's getting around a little bit as well that, you know, Harley gets good cars. Every car that I've bought has got over there and successfully without any problems. And yeah, things are going well. So yeah, so that's probably going to be an ongoing thing as well, you know, when I'm in the UK and stuff like that. So I'll be getting more vehicles. See, the problem that we have as well in Ukraine is that for a lot of you, you might not know this side of it, but there's a lot of people out there in the UK that are, especially Ukrainian people as well. They're buying cheap cars, MOT failures and things like that, and then they're sending them over there, and you know, I'm not just saying it's Ukrainians, but there's some people getting, you know, ripping other people off, and it's not nice. You know, it's not really a good thing to do. I'll give you a prime example. Last week I bought an L200, and the Ukrainian unit said, well, there is another L200 in Latvia, which is 5,900 quid. Pounds, English pounds, and you know, we'll have to compare the cars. Now, the one I was buying was about 4.5, and then when I looked, I told them to send me the details of the one in Latvia. Anyway, I looked at it, and it hadn't had an MOT for 4 years. So God knows what that car's been doing it last few years. You know, an MOT is like for anybody who's not British, it's a bit like your annual health check on your vehicle, just to make sure it's safe to use and it's operating right, and everything. So yeah, you know, in reality that car is probably worth about £1,500 without an MOT, and it were battered as well. But it just goes to show how people are just overcharging the army and things, and really you know, just ripping people off and just not being nice about things. Unfortunately, that's the pool that we're in. But the thing is that the hard thing is with this game as well, when you're buying cars, is that you're also competing with about 10 other people. Hence the reason why I'm sat here at 5:47 in the morning getting the first train. I messaged about this Mitsubishi Shogun last night at about 11:15 at night, and I told the guy I will be there at first. You know, that's how we've got to do things if we want decent cars, because good cars don't last very long when they're at an affordable price. So yeah, if any of you guys can help, or you know, if anybody's got any free time, I know Paul, one of our viewers, but he's also a volunteer in Ukraine. He drove one of the Hiluxes over last week, and you know, it wasn't easy for him. Unfortunately, he had a bit of a struggle with the customs who just decided to move the goalposts around again, which, you know, they seem to do every week, unfortunately. But you know, thank you, Paul, because he did a really good job on doing that and getting that sorted for us and getting that down to Joe. managed to buy. We got Brandon a new car for one of his guys. I picked that up 2 days ago, and also Joe, he got a people carrier yesterday, which I've got, and it's waiting at the port, waiting to go. So yeah, we've got a busy time going on. I've got a couple of drivers already, and yeah, I do need more. I just need people who've got a bit of time, who are willing just to put a bit of time into it. You know, the fuel and everything's all paid for, so don't worry about that. You know, you like to volunteer yourself and not your bank account. You know, I do understand that. You know, life's not cheap, and we don't have a lot of money to be throwing around and stuff. So it's just more a bit of an update really about what's going on. Obviously, Happy New Year. It's I don't think I've done a proper video since New Year, and yeah, it's just a bit of an appeal really for a bit of help. Thank you to the guys who've ordered the hoodies from Uda. It's the first time ever Uda's ever sold merchandise. It's quite rare actually that opportunity has been given, but they're really happy with everybody who's ordered. In fact, she was quite overwhelmed by Valeria. She's the head of Uda security down in Dnipro. So yeah, thank you very much, and yeah, let's just keep hoping, you know, this war ends. You know, I know a lot of people don't like Trump and stuff, but in my opinion, you know, he can't do any worse than what Biden's done at the minute, because Biden's kind of let Ukraine down, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, you know, not everybody shares that, but you know, it has been really difficult for Ukraine. So hopefully we have better things and better times to come. They are losing Donbass, that's the reality of it. I think we're expecting Donbass to probably fall around mid-year if things don't change. But everything else around the country seems to be quite stable at this moment in time, apart from Donbass. So yeah, keep supporting Ukraine, keep supporting the volunteers, and yeah, if you can help me out, the email address is there. I really appreciate your support. Thank you. Have a good day.